Hey there. Today I'm working on my 1996 Chevy Silverado, blue flavor. It's K1500, and there's something special about it. You'll get to see that in a little bit. But first, I need to finish up wrapping up, put his new unit in. They were rusted out, real messy. Mostly like the rest of the body of the truck. We messed around with a little bit of paint, a little rust prevention. Real windy today, so I apologize if you hear the wind. But I'll get you in here, let you see what's going on. We'll get this buttoned up. And I don't know. Maybe we'll even take it for a spin. I know it'll run, but it's not been on the road for probably nearly 5 years. As you can see, it's turned into a catch-all. Extra shelving in the garage. We'll need to get this thing cleaned up too. So, I'll get you in here to see what it looks like, and then I'll get to wrenching. Gosh, this is a mess. Somebody call a maid.
Well, so as you can see, we did a little bit of, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. Not so much here or here, but overall, this is, you can see the shock is just toast. But that's okay. And you can see the axle, what it looks like versus where the leaf spring is. Those are the new bolts. Had to get a new plate as well because it was just rusted through, guys. I'm not kidding. So that's what the frame looks like without any wire wheeling, but a little bit of paint. You can see a little bit of rust going on up there on the box. You can see way further up there on the frame where no wire wheeling has happened and no restore or paint. So it'll turn out pretty good. This was just kind of a test run. UPS guy flying down the road everywhere. If you're one of them UPS guys, why are you in such a hurry? Time is money, I get it, but it's a neighborhood. Slow down. So, as you can see, we're in progress. What I got left to do here is we got to tighten these U-bolts up. Now, the way you do that is you go in a crisscross pattern, and you start out with 15 foot-pounds, and then when you get to all four of them, you do 81. So I'm going to get that done. And then we can get this wheel put on and get the lug nuts on it. And then I think we'll start it up. Now, like I said, this truck should start. It starts all the time. It sits in the garage and I let it run. It's just not been mobile. So we might take it down the road once we get it up in the air, or get the wheel on it and get it out from up in the air. It needs to get out, needs to get some fresh gas in the tank, and it needs to, mosey on down the road, and I'd like to be able to drive it. Now, a little story about this truck. This was my grandpa's truck. He bought it way back in the 90s. And when he passed away, I got some fuzz in my mustache. Excuse me. It's not a booger, guys. It's not a booger. It's just a paper towel from where I blew the boogers out. Anyways, so this was my grandpa's truck. And it's all stock. There's nothing done to it that's, it's not been hacked on. It's not had body work. It's never been in a wreck. Nothing like that. But when my grandpa passed away, well, my dad took it over. And when my dad passed away, I took it over. And I've kind of been the car nut ever since my grandpa. My dad, he liked them, but he wasn't, and he wrenched to fix things rather than to upgrade or customize or you know, car show it, kind of stuff like that. Me and my grandpa are more alike in that realm. But my dad did have it. He actually drove it as a daily driver for a while. I don't know, maybe about 7-10 years ago, somewhere like that. And then he got him a new fancier GMC, and he drove that instead. But yeah, he drove it through the winters and stuff. Now, the reason why the frame is so bad on this is because they had a gravel driveway, and the moisture comes up from the ground. It comes up there from the bottoms. And it makes it just keeps it damp all the time. And you know, moisture and metal, they rust. Now, here in Indiana, it's not horrible like up in the, you know, the northern states where, like, I'm from, you know, but it's still sitting on gravel every single day for 20 years of its life. Just kept it real wet down there and kept everything damp. And that'll rust them out faster than anything, guys. Even if you don't drive them, that'll rust them out. So, if you got a gravel driveway and you don't have your shop or something like that, think about getting you a pad poured. It'll help it out in the long run. That's why a lot of driveways are concrete and asphalt nowadays. Not to mention it's prettier, but you catch my drift. So, anyways, I'm going to get this put back together, and when I get it put back together, I'll meet up back with you. And then we'll fire it up, clean the box out, and we might just snip it on down the road a little ways. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go get some gas, get something cold to drink. So stay tuned. We'll be there in a minute. There she is. She's all buttoned up. Get her on the ground and we'll torque the lug nuts. All right, fellers. There she is. She's buttoned up. Now it's time to get her on the ground, torque the lug nuts. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything out of the bed of the truck. Don't worry, I won't bore you with that. But I'll see you afterwards. I just don't know. I mean, are y'all's workshops like this? Are your projects and everything just as messy as I am? I need to do a better job at this. I'm still waiting on that maid, though. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas. Alright, guys. So for the first time in a very long time, this truck is about to move under its own power, and we're going to take it for a whip. I forgot to plug in the battery. Great. I'll take two. We got oil pressure, temps going up, just sitting here idling. Looks like the alternator is working. We've got about a quarter tank of gas. That's probably pretty old. She's got 120 231 original. Brakes are a little spongy. We got the tape deck. What? Doesn't work probably. Have to figure that out. Ooh, we got a tape in here. Oh, we got some change. Junior Brown. Okay. All right. Let's take her for her first rip. All right, first drive in about 5 years. Brakes got me a little concerned, but let's go. Let's see how this does. Looking back and forth. Used to having a digital backup cameras in the dash. These old rigs don't have that, you know. Do this. Very little front brake. I know the rear brakes need to be replaced and worked on. The line is just not there. So let's just keep pushing her a little bit down the road. Got turn signals. A turn signal. Okay, it's doing turn signal-y things, at least to the left. We got turn signals to the right. Do they show outside? I don't know, but hey, we could say at least we tried. It's got a little pull to the right. Front end definitely needs some work. Got great oil pressure. It's kind of wandering a little bit. That's probably some, yeah, ain't much brake there. Ain't much brake there. We're gonna have to work on that.
There it is, guys. After 5 years, it's back on the road. Really happy. I need to work on the brakes, but we'll get to that. Really excited to be able to drive this thing and take it to some car shows and let you guys see it out there too. Well, thanks for watching, and that's going to do it for me today. How do I get slow? Okay. Definitely get toppers.